anhu. He was once going home after Isha. It was dark. A young man gave him company, started walking with him. So Abdullah ibn Amir ibn Kariz asked him, "Bhai, do you have any need? Anything I can do for you?" He said, No, I don't have any need. You were going alone. I thought something might happen to you. There might be some taklif there, something along the way. I'll just give you company to your house. I'll, escort you and go with you. And then I'll go my house. So Abdullah ibn Amir ibn Kariz held his hand and walked together. When he arrived at his home, he said to the young man, "Just wait a minute." He went inside, he got a bag with 1,000 dinars, Ashrafi, gold coins, and he gave it to him. And I said, "Take this and use it. Your elders and peers have given you a very good upbringing. You respect the elders, you give them company, you support them. This is good tarbiyat. So because of that tarbiyat, take this and use it." On one side there is the sakhawat of Hazrat Usman Ghani radiallahu anhu's cousin brother Abdullah ibn Amir. And on the other side there is the good tarbiyat and upbringing of that young man's parents. We should give that type of tarbiyat to our children, that they should respect the elderly, those with white beard. One hadith says, "لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَلَمْ يُوَقِّرْ كَبِيرَنَا وَلَمْ يَعْرِفْ لِعَالِمِنَا حَقَّهُ." That person is not from among us who does not show mercy, tenderness, kindness towards the young, and does not show respect to the elderly, and does not recognize the haqq and the right which is due for a alim, a scholar. He doesn't recognize the huquq of an alim, then he is not from among us. Three things Huzur said. You have to be kind to those who are below you, who are young, children, and you have to respect those who are above you, and you have to recognize the huquq of ulama kiram. So this is the first story Hazrat mentioned here in today's Fazail Sadqat stories. Number 5 story Hazrat mentioned, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma reports that there was this person who had a date palm tree which was bent, and it was leaning over into the neighbor's house. Sometimes the neighbor's kids would jump onto the tree and take khajur date from there and eat it. Now that the owner of the tree would get really angry, he would shout at them. Sometimes he would grab hold of them and take the khajur out of their mouth. Now the poor man was very disturbed and agitated, annoyed at this. He came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, "Ya Rasulullah, this is what he does to my kids, and I can't stop my kids. They just jump up and take the khajur. Some trees are very low and you can't grab hold of the khajur." So Nabi Pak ﷺ said, "Okay, you go, I'll try and deal with it." Then Prophet ﷺ called him over and he said to him, "You know that bent tree of yours, would you be prepared to give me that tree, and I make you a promise that I will get you a similar tree better than that in Jannat?" He said, "Ya Rasulullah, many people have offered me a lot of money for it, but its khajur is beautiful. I like its tasty sweet dates, so I can't give it." Because he was the owner, Prophet ﷺ couldn't force him. He said, "Okay, no problem." He left. Another Sahabi was looking observing everything. When he left, he came and he said, "Ya Rasulullah, if I was to purchase that tree and give it to you, would I have that same promise of tree in Jannat?" And Huzur said, "Yes, you will have that same promise as well." So he went to that person's house and he said, you know that bent tree of yours, crooked, I want to purchase it. Name your price." He said, No. Huzur asked it for a tree in Jannah. I didn't give it to him. Many people offered. No, you name me your price. Whatever you price you want, I'll give you. I've got one bagh, and in that bagh I've got plenty of trees. You name your price. He said, "Okay, I want 40 trees of khajur dates, which are giving dates, and I'll give you this." He said, 40? just for this one crooked tree, bent tree? He said, yeah, if you want to buy, then you'll have to pay 40. He said, all right, I'll give you 40. But you have to say qasam, that this deal is done. And he said, okay, qasam, I take oath, the deal is done. Then he tried to back out. He said, no, I don't want to sell it. No, you just said qasam now. He said, all right, but those 40 trees should be in one place together. So he thought for a moment. He said, okay, no problem, I'll give you the 40 trees in one place together. So then the deal is done. He came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, ya Rasulullah, I've purchased that tree. You can do whatever you want with it. He said, Jazakallah, the promise is yours, you will get the tree in Jannah. And he called over that poor man and he said, you can extend your whatever border and the tree is yours now and you can look after it and your kids can eat from there. Now look at the, on one side there is this person who is being stingy, but the other person's generosity. 40 trees which are giving dates, he gave it away for that one tree to keep Rasulullah happy and purchase that tree in Jannah. Hazrat Shaykh Rahmatullah Alayhi mentions the next story of Hazrat Munkadir Rahmatullah Alayhi. He came to Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu anha, and because he was the student of Hazrat Aisha, so he said, Ummul Mumineen, I'm in need of 10,000 dirhams. Can you help me? Give me loan of 10,000. Hazrat Aisha said, I don't have anything at the moment. If I did, I wouldn't give you as a loan, I would give you as a gift. So he said, no problem. He left. And just then, Khalid ibn Asad sent a bag of 10,000 dirhams to Hazrat Aisha as hadiyah. And Hazrat Aisha said, Allah Pak has tested me very quickly. That do I keep my word or not? And she said, take this away quickly, before I change my mind, give it to Munkadir. So she sent it to him as a gift, 10,000 dirhams. And Munkadir used that money, some of it for his needs, and with the rest he bought one nice pious slave girl, Bandi. And he had 3 sons from her. One was named Muhammad, the other was named Abu Bakr, and the third was named Umar. And all 3 went on to be Hafiz, Alim, scholars, Abid, Zahid, and benefited the Ummah with their knowledge of Hadith and educations. Hazrat Shaykh Rahmatullah Alayhi writes that will Hazrat Aisha not get sawab from whatever knowledge they passed on to the Ummah? Of course she will. And then Hazrat Shaykh Rahmatullah Alayhi writes that Hazrat Aisha was like that. She was extremely generous like her father and like her husband Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Once she received a gift of 2 large sacks of coins in which there was 100,000 dirhams. And she sat there and she distributed all of them, and she didn't even remember that I've got Rosa today and there's nothing to do iftari on in the house. Another time she got 170,000. Another time 70,000 dirham. And she just sat down and gave them all out, and she was wearing a cloth in which there was patches. So this was their love for sakhawat and generosity. Nabi Pak sallallahu alayhi wasallam had done her tarbiyat like that. Once Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam slaughtered a goat, skinned it and made botis, pieces, and he said, give this to so and so, give this to so and so, give this to so and so. Only one small leg was left. Hazrat Aisha said, Ya Rasulullah, the whole goat is gone, only one leg left. And Huzur said, no, Aisha, this one leg will go, the whole goat remains. Because what we give, the sawab of that will remain in the akhirah, and what we eat is gone. So this one piece is going to go, the other lot remains. Now understand. So that was the tarbiyat of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam for Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu anha. So this is their sakhawat, sahaba, sahabiyat, rizwanullahi alayhim ajma'een. I don't know what to say. The other day I just read a tweet. Hazrat Aisha radiyallahu anha died in the month of Ramadan. It was 18th of Ramadan, the year 58 after Hijrah. Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu led her janazah salah. She was buried in Baqiul Gharqad. So it was the anniversary. And may Allah give hidayat. This Shia speaker was making fun of Aisha radiallahu anha, making jokes and saying, that wretched lady and Nauzubillah, Zaniya and this and that, who murdered Rasulullah, she died on this date, may Allah's lanat be on her, may she go in Jahannam. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. We feel so hurt when we read these types of things, but that's their belief. Their namaz is not complete and they don't curse Abu Bakr, Umar, Hafsa and Aisha. So that's what he wrote on the Twitter. And this Arab alim was replying and he said that you called her a Zaniya. Allah declared her bara'at in Surah An-Nur in Quran. And if you deny a verse of the Quran, you become kafir. You are making yourself kafir by cursing Aisha radiallahu anha. So Hazrat Aisha is Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha. Allah said, "At-tayyibatu lit-tayyibin wat-tayyibuna lit-tayyibat, ulaika mubarra'una mimma yaqulun." She was a tayyiba. Hazrat Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam was tayyib. They were both made for each other. And she is bari from whatever accusations were made on her. She is innocent. Allah said, "Ulaika mubarra'una." She is innocent. She never did anything wrong. Now if you still say she did something wrong, then you are denying Quran Sharif. 10 ayat are revealed in her innocence in Surah An-Nur. But they say these types of stuff. May Allah guide them, may Allah give hidayat to them. So this is the other story of Hazrat Aisha and her Sahabat. Finally, next story Hazrat Shaykh mentioned is about Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. Finishing, one sharir person played a joke on Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu. He went around some elders of the town and said, "Tomorrow morning Ibn Abbas has given you dawat. You are invited for a meal." He went to this, that, he would tell them all. Next morning everybody turned up at Ibn Abbas's house. Now he is scratching his head. Why are these people coming here today? And suddenly someone said, "But you gave dawat." "Who gave you?" He said, "So and so person." Now I understand. But much. So Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma told someone to quickly go to the market and get lots of fruits. And he busied them in fruits and he called some Bawarchis cooks and said, "All these mehmans are here. You must cook food for them quickly. Before they finish this fruit, the food should be here." And they got really busy and within no time they prepared beautiful tasty food. Ibn Abbas kept them busy in the fruit and talking and conversation and light-hearted. And then the food was ready. They all ate. They thanked Hazrat Ibn Abbas. Now Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma, he called his treasurer. And he said, "How much do we have in the treasury? Can we keep this same dawat every day for all these people?" And he said, "Yes, we can." And he told them, "Every day you are invited to my house at this time. You have to come and eat lunch with me." So Ibn Abbas is Sakhawat. He is from Banu Hashim. They are descendants of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, cousins of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ibrahim alayhi salam generosity is well known. And these are the households of generosity. So these are people from whom we should learn that this dunya is nothing to be proud of. If we get dunya, we should spend in the path of Allah. And we should be ascetic and zahid. We should have zuhd in the dunya. As they say, dunya should be in our hand, but not in our heart. If it enters the heart, there's problem. Like the ship sails on water. If there's no water, ship can't sail. Water is needed for the ship to sail. But the water should be outside the ship. If the water comes inside the boat or the ship, it will sink. Similarly, we need dunya, mal. Without mal, we can't survive. So we need the dunya to sail on. But don't let the dunya come inside the heart. Keep it outside the heart, then no problem. You can be a millionaire, but you shouldn't have the love for dunya, shouldn't have that muhabbat and love of wealth. You should spend, spend, spend. You should be generous and sakhi. This is the lesson we learn from these stories. May Allah give us this generosity, sakhawat, kind-heartedness, and may Allah make us like our Salafi Salihin. Jazakumullah.